It's October, which means it's my birthday month, which means the TBR jar legally has to be nice to me. This is, I think, the most excited I've been about my TBR cart in a while because we have some very exciting books on here. We have quite a few new books that I've picked up over the last couple of months, and we've got a few series that I'm really enjoying, and just generally, when I was making up this TBR cart, I'm very excited for some of the books on here. So I don't want to jinx myself, but I have a really good feeling about this month's TBR. But those could be famous last words. As always, we are using the TBR jar. We are picking 8 prompts, 8 books that we're going to read throughout the month. And I'm out of my book slump now, guys, so I am so ready for some books. I want some literary fiction, I want some thrillers, maybe some nice autumnal reading. Who knows, but I'm excited. And I think without further ado, we're just going to get right on into it and pick our very first prompt of October. So let's go for this one. This is tiny. You're kidding. Okay, I don't think that focused. It says mood read. Somebody knows it's my birthday. I'm so excited. There are so many on here. Immediately, I kind of want to pick The Rebel Witch because I loved The Crimson Moth and I kind of just want to go straight into reading the next one. Equally, Margo's Got Money Troubles, I'm so excited for. Rosewater, so excited for. What else? Oh, The Girls by Emma Cline. Also The Wedding People. Wait, there's so many. There's too many to pick from. But I do think I'm just really craving continuing this series, so I do think we might go with The Rebel Witch. Not me using my mood read to not pick a literary fiction, that's kind of crazy for me, but I love the first one so much and I do kind of want to make sure this ends up on the TBR, so I think we're going to go with this. This is book number 2 in the Crimson Moth duology. I'm not a huge fantasy reader, but I ate the first one up. It's enemies to lovers. It was just such a fun time and it was just exactly what I was craving. I was in the depths of a book slump when I read it and it just got me out of it. And I'm not in a book slump anymore, but I have been craving continuing and finishing, because it's only a duology, the little mini series. So I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna put The Rebel Witch as book number 1 for October. Do you know what's crazy? For all the years that I've been doing the TBR jar, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I could be, I don't think I've ever pulled a mood read prompt. I don't think that's ever happened. And I know there's at least 2 in here. I'm sure that's true. Anyway, I'm gonna pick book number 2. Let's hope this good luck keeps up. I'm gonna go for this one here. And it says, oh, a brown cover. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if we'll have any. I feel like this is always a slightly difficult prompt. I feel like we could do The Wedding People. It's more beige, but I feel like it's still kind of there. I guess by the same logic, maybe Grief is for People, but that one's a bit more peachy. Would we say All Fours? It definitely has some brown, like on this cliff face. Okay, I don't think we have anything that fits directly. I think I'm gonna put this one back. I think this is like orange or peach. I think that one's a bit of a stretch. I think for me it's between these 2. Which one would we say is more brown? I mean, I know neither of them really, but this one? I am aware it's basically beige, but I think that's the best we're gonna do. She was on last month's TBR. Yes, I know. I don't want to talk about what happened last month. The month before, I did great. I read my whole TBR. Last month, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, I think she might be going back on the TBR. And this is the biggest 5-star prediction for me, so best believe I'm excited. And so many of you guys told me how much you love this book. This one follows Phoebe. She books herself into a hotel and I think it's so that she can take her own life, but when she gets there, the whole hotel has been booked out by this wedding party and she befriends the bride and we're kind of following them throughout the story. I don't really know what the vibe of this is, but I have heard people say that it actually is quite humorous in parts. I'm assuming sad in part as well. But I just have a feeling that I could adore this. This somehow beat Intermezzo for the Goodreads Choice Awards, so I have high hopes. This TBR has gotten off to a good start, guys. Like a very good start. Okay, I'm hoping the good luck continues and we are picking book number 3. Let's go for this prompt here. That is definitely 2 prompts. Let's go for this one. She says, the last book you bought. My camera is so bad at focusing on things. You definitely can't see that, can you? Sorry. Is it All Fours? Or was it, no, was it, I can't remember. Basically, I did a book shopping video in London where I bought 5 books. And then I separately bought All Fours by Miranda July. But I think that was actually before, I think, which means it's my London book shopping video where I bought... These were the 5 books that I bought, and I bought them all on the same day, so I think they're all up for debate. So, of these, which one's am I most excited for? I think, to be honest, it's probably between The Girls by Emma Cline, who is a real favourite author of mine, and then Margo's Got Money Troubles. I am insanely excited for both of these. Which one do I want to go for? Both literary fictions. I think this one is probably a bit more light-hearted. Ooh, this is difficult. I'm kind of feeling Margo's Got Money Troubles. I think we might go for this. As much as I adore Emma Cline, and I do adore her, I'm hoping we can get this in another prompt, maybe. This one follows Margo. She is pregnant by her English professor, and then she starts an OF page to get money. And then I think you're following her shenanigans throughout the book. I think it's meant to be potentially quite light-hearted, although I'm not actually sure, but I've heard a few reviews of this and I've heard very good things. On the back it's described as completely badass and inappropriately funny, and I just think it's going to be such a fun, unique book. So that is book number 3 on the TBR. I am loving this TBR so far, guys. Like, so far this is one of the best TBRs I've had in a long time. Let's see if we can keep it up. We're at the halfway mark, and prompt number 4, let's go for this one here. She says... Popular author you have never read from. Once again, not focusing. Okay, a popular author, but one that I haven't read from. A lot of the popular authors on here I actually have read from before. Okay, with that in mind, because most of the really popular authors on here, like we've got R.F. Kuang, we've got Frida McFadden, we've got Caroline O'Donoghue, Lisa Jewell, we've got a lot of popular authors, but I've read from all of them before. So with that in mind, I think we're going to go for The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. I know that this is a very popular thriller book, and also I think it'll be fun to have a thriller in the mix, because we haven't got one yet. This is, as the title suggests, about a writer's retreat, and say no more, because I love a book about writers, and specifically a book about a writer's retreat. This one follows Rosa. No, it doesn't. We're following Alex, who is a struggling writer, and she gets invited to this house in the middle of nowhere for a really prestigious writing retreat, and there is 5 of them, and they go there to write their books, and then obviously some sort of thrillery plot is gonna happen. But I'm obsessed with books about writers, and for a bunch of writers with a thriller pace, writing their books in like a gloomy, in the middle of nowhere house, I think I'm gonna eat it up. This is another 5-star prediction. This TBR really is working for me, guys. I think this is gonna be a good contrast as well, because we've so far got a fantasy, 2 kind of like contemporary fictions, and now a thriller. Okay, we are picking prompt number 5. Let's go. Well, this is the tiniest prompt ever. This says, why do I feel like it's gonna say sci-fi? Mood read. Did I put this back in, or is this the second prompt? Guys, the TBR jar knows that it's my birthday. Did I not just say that I've never had this prompt and it was in here twice? You could not write that. I swear that's legit. Now I'm picking another mood read, I don't even care. Okay, what do I want to do? Oh, this is so exciting. Do I just go for The Girls? Because I am so excited for this one. Or do I pick a book that I know has to be in a video? Because I do have a couple books on here that are going to be in videos, so I can help myself out. Or do I just pick a mood read and hope that they come up in other prompts? Because I do want to pick this. Or I could pick Promising Young Women, because I loved The Rachel Incident. Hang on a minute, I think I'm gonna pick this. Yeah, I am. Sorry, I really want to read this. Like, really want to read this. There's just too many good books on my TBR card at the moment. Okay, we're gonna go with Promising Young Women by Caroline O'Donoghue. I adored The Rachel Incident. It's one of my top books of the year so far, and I'm excited to read another book by her. This one follows Jane, who is 26, freshly dumped, and she's working in marketing. She's also working like part-time as an agony aunt. And then she goes to like an office party, gets really drunk, and it says she tries out the role of the other woman. And then she's having an affair with her boss. And then I think we're following like that dynamic, whatever that is gonna look like. If it's anything like The Rachel Incident, that book was so like quick-paced, deep, emotional. I was so connected to The Rachel Incident. It was an easy 5 stars. So I have a lot of faith in this book that it's gonna live up to that one. So I think another 5-star prediction. This TBR is literally going so well. Like, I don't know what is in the air. I'm so excited about this month's reading now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're picking book number 6. So we have three choices left. Okay, let's go for this prompt here. And this one says, ooh, double up. I actually can't. It says double up on the last prompt, but I can't have a third mood read, can I? That would be so boring for you guys. Or can I? No, I can't. Can I? I don't know. That feels like cheating, but then it is literally what the prompt says. It says double up on the last prompt, and the last prompt was a mood read. Sorry, I feel like that's quite boring, but it is what it says. Okay, in which case what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this opportunity to help myself out and pick, it's not necessarily a mood read, but it's a book that is going to be in a video. So I'm going to help myself out in that regard. So it is a mood read, if that makes sense. So by that logic, I'm gonna pick Small Pleasures. This is a historical fiction. I've already done like the introduction for one of the videos this month, so I know that this does get picked, so this is definitely getting read this month. As I say, not like tip top of my TBR in that regard, but is gonna have to be read, so I may as well take this opportunity while the TBR jar is being incredibly nice to me. We are following in this book Jean, and she is a journalist for the local paper, and I believe she is writing a story about a virgin birth, or a woman who believes she's had a virgin birth, like a miracle, something like that. She's following that. That's kind of really all I know, but I don't know. Hopefully it'll be a good time. The cover's beautiful. Hopefully the words inside are as beautiful as the outside. A little bit intimidated by historical fiction, but definitely a good contrast to some of the other books on the TBR. So thank you to the TBR jar. I don't know why it's being so nice to me. My TBR jar is actually quite mean often. Like, I have loads of forfeit prompts in here, and I don't want to jinx myself, but we haven't pulled any yet. I'm really scared now. Okay. Please don't be a forfeit. Prompt number, is it 7 that we're on? Let's go for this one here. And it says, I love this prompt, random emoji generator. I don't even know why I'm still bothering at this point. I don't think it's actually focusing at all. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the emoji generator and then it's gonna come up with one originally, but we're gonna regenerate, if that makes sense. Okay, ready? So our emoji is, what is that? What is that? Is that a train? Is that a train? I actually don't know what that is. I might just pick again because I don't think that is a train, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's just go again. A whale. Where's Remarkably Bright Creatures when you need it? A whale. Okay. Or do I just pick Remarkably Bright Creatures? It's not actually technically on this TBR cart, but should we just go with that? Because that's about aquatic sea creatures and an aquarium, and I don't think I'm going to have another book on here that represents a whale emoji. I might just go with that. Sorry, another one that was also on last month's TBR. Again, don't want to get into it, but I think I might go with that. And so many of you told me how much you love Remarkably Bright Creatures, as in almost everybody in my comments last month said that they adored that book. So the bar is up here. This one follows something to do with a talking octopus and a woman who, I think either her husband or her son is either missing or dead. Possibly both of them are one of those things. Something along those lines. But anyway, she is working with the octopus to solve that murder. But I think it's meant to be quite like cozy, like mystery literary coziness is the vibe I get anyway. But I have never heard so many people say they love a book. I've never had a bad review of this book ever. I think another solid choice, and that is, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the penultimate book on our TBR. In which case, we're picking our very final book. This has gone unbelievably well. Like, I don't know how this has gone so well for us. We're gonna pick this one here, and she says, a person on the cover. We should be able to make that work. Let's have a look. Okay, none of those. Oh, hang on, we have so many. Oh my goodness, we have a lot. Okay, I feel like I have almost my entire TBR here. We have a lot of options. Okay, let me just run through them insanely quickly. We have The Husbands, Dating Dr. Dill, Clinical Intimacy, The Girls, Burnt Sugar, Breasts and Eggs, Hot Milk, All's Well, Private Rights, Anxious People, and The Ugly Truth. That is a lot of options. Now, the TBR has been insanely nice to us so far. I could just pick the girls because I have been saying how much I want to pick it, but then equally there is another book in here that is going to be in a video, so I'm kind of thinking that is the sensible choice. And I have so many books in here that I'm excited for that I kind of think we should do the sensible thing. And also, it's a very different genre to everything else, so could be a good shout. So, by that logic, where has it gone? I am going to pick Dating Dr. Dill, because again, this is going to be in a video, and we don't currently have a romance on the TBR. This follows Karina, and she gets into a viral argument with this doctor. I think she's on a radio show or something, and they get in this like big argument about something, and then their families are trying to set them up. That is all I know. I've never heard a review of this one, but it could be fun to have a romance because we don't currently have one. And as I say, she's already in a video, so that works well for me. Okay, we have our TBR for the month, and I did tell the TBR jar that it was legally obligated to be nice to me. It was so nice. I don't know what was in the air. 3 mood reads, are you kidding me? But I am so excited with this TBR. This is the most excited I've been about a TBR in a while, so best believe I think we're gonna have a productive month of reading. First up, we have a romantasy with The Rebel Witch. Then we have a contemporary fiction with The Wedding People, another contemporary fiction with Margo's Got Money Trouble, a thriller, The Writing Retreat, a literary fiction, Promising Young Women, a kind of literary mystery, Remarkably Bright Creatures, a historical fiction with Small Pleasures, and last but not least, a romance with Dating Dr. Dill. Okay, I'm psyched for this TBR. We're gonna have some good birthday reading. We also have some fun vlogs coming up. I'm extremely excited about some of the reading vlogs for this month, so stick around. You may as well subscribe, otherwise you're gonna miss them. Like the video, comment, all of that fun stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. I love you. Goodbye.